Nancy, what in the world are you doing here?
Hi, Terry. You busy?
No, not really.
Well, good. I wanted to talk just a minute.
Come in.
It's about Mother's house.
What about your recovery?
What?
Nancy, you're walking.
Oh, right. Yeah, isn't it something else? It just happened all of a sudden up on the platform, at this ceremony. I don't always believe the way you do about miracles and that, but, maybe there's something to it. Did you see the morning's paper, with my picture?
I did. I was very surprised you didn't report it yourself.
Well, it's obvious I've had so much on my mind with Charles and all, and, there are more important things to worry about, really.
Nancy, what do you want?
Do you mind if I sit down? I'm feeling a little shaky.
Well?
Well, I was thinking, why don't I just go on ahead and move into Mother's house?
Oh, I see.
Well, there's no problem, is there?
I don't know. When were you planning to move?
Well, why not right now?
Well, that's rather short notice, wouldn't you say?
Well, the way everything's up in the air, I don't even have any time to make any plans now. But also, I really just don't want to be in that house without Charles there. You can understand that, can't you?
I'm trying.
Well, there are all the memories, and it must be how you feel about Scott.
Oh, Nancy, please don't even compare the two.
Well, I know that Charles isn't dead or anything, but, a heart attack is almost like that. You just don't know how the person's going to change afterwards. And on top of that, Miriam, of all people, has suddenly turned against me. She used to hate her mother, and now all of a sudden she's just buddy-buddy. The same way she used to be with her father. And she doesn't even realize it was her mother that caused the heart attack in the first place. Oh, I don't know. You tell me what's going on.
I think I understand now.
You do?
Yeah. Miriam and Helen want you to leave, right?
Have you been talking to Miriam?
A little.
Well, I was gonna move into the house anyway, remember?
Yeah, I remember.
So there's no problem, is there?
Nancy, if you intend to live there by yourself, you can move in today.
Good. Well, the house needed to be occupied anyway, right?
Nancy?
Oh, hi, Peter.
Mom, what's going on?
Nancy and I were just ironing out some details. She's moving into Mother's house today.
Maybe you can give me a hand moving, Peter.
Hey, has anybody ever told you...
Peter!
What?
Do you have a class this morning?
No.
Well, then maybe you can help Nancy move today.
Mom!
It's not very much stuff, really.
Okay, sure.
Good.
Sure.
Well then, Terry, I guess we'll be seeing you.
Hey, if it won't inconvenience, I kind of like to have breakfast first. Is that all right?
Well, all right, as long as I see you over in the house in less than an hour, okay? Bye-bye.
Can you believe that woman?
My sister, your aunt.
Hey, don't rub it in.
Sit down. I'll get you some breakfast.
Some consolation prize.
Good morning.
Good morning, Liz. Join me and Peter for breakfast.
Gee, I thought that was Peter that just left.
That was Nancy. Peter's having breakfast.
Good morning, Peter.
Hi, Liz.
Listen, I can get something. You're going to be late for work.
Not if I don't go in this morning.
But what will the Fuhrer say?
Well, you have to admit I have accumulated enough comp time. I can only hope that somehow he will be able to survive without me this morning.
Who are you talking about?
Do you remember Laurie's boyfriend, Russ Weaver?
Yeah, sure.
Well, he is now administrative assistant at Kingsley General.
Well, that's nice, but I thought he was going to go to med school.
Yeah, so did he. I think that's why he's making people so miserable over the hospital.
Are you sure that we're talking about the same person?
Liz, you wouldn't recognize him. I mean, he can't get enough power and recognition. I feel sorry for anybody who gets in his way.
I take it you already have.
Yeah, I'm afraid so. But sooner or later, this is bound to be settled, one way or the other.
Let him have it. I mean, this place is the pits anyway. I don't know why I bothered staying here as long as I did. Oh, that's kind of cute. Well, don't you guys believe in knocking?
It's after 10, Mrs. Lawson. You should be gone.
Well, what are you people using, a stopwatch or something?
Nancy, we did say 10 o'clock.
Yeah, well, calm down. I'm almost packed already anyway. Good grief.
Then what are you waiting for?
I am waiting for my nephew who's coming to help me carry things.
Is this all you have?
No, I have some suitcases upstairs. Peter can get those.
Miriam, do you think we should check the house before she leaves?
Hey, look it, I heard that. And for your information, as far as I'm concerned, the junk in this place isn't worth taking anyway. The only thing decent I brought in here already.
Nancy, by the way, it's really too bad about your jewelry.
What are you talking about?
In the Chronicle, didn't you see it? It said that Tab was caught with your jewelry.
Look,
They arrested him.
you're hallucinating again.
No, Nancy, I don't think so. I think you and Tab really had a great thing going there for a while, namely with Daddy's money, but you blew it, of course, and it's no wonder Tab had to take your little trinkets.
Look, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, Tab is getting what he deserves.
The only problem is that you're not in jail with him.
It's me, Aunt Nancy.
Well, what? It's about time. Look, why don't you start in the bedroom upstairs on the left? There's some suitcases there.
Okay, hello.
Hello, Peter.
Well, you really think you've got it made, don't you, this time, Miriam? Well, you just wait. I mean, all your problems are taken care of. Well, you haven't seen the end of me. You just wait. I'll be back here, and then you'll be the one packing and leaving. And you, too. I mean, you both think you got some right over Charles, don't you? Well, wait. You just find out. As soon as he gets well and gets out of that hospital, he's going to divorce you so fast it's going to make your head spin. And then he's going to marry me.
You really believe that, don't you?
Oh, look, can you stick those in your car, please?
Sure.
And maybe if we're lucky, we'll get out of here in one trip.
I hope so.
The clientele here really drives me crazy.
Russ, where's Lester?
Hi. Listen, come on in.
Well, I thought Lester wanted to see me.
No, that was I, as they say. But I hope you'll stay. Have a seat.
Thank you.
Listen, I've heard a whole lot of different things about how Laurie's been doing. I thought I'd come to you first. How is she?
Well, she's making some progress. She's communicating. Ben's encouraged. It's not much, but it's a start.
Good. Good. I'm glad to hear that.
Thank you. So are we.
You mentioned Lester. He's away on vacation. I thought you knew that.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
Yeah, well, I guess you've got more important things on your mind than worrying about the staff's vacations.
That's true. I do.
Of course, it's my job.
Excuse me?
My job. Keeping track of the staff. Matter of fact, that's why I called you in here.
Oh?
Yeah, we missed you this morning.
Well, I took the morning off.
Just like that?
Oh, Russ, as I'm sure you're aware, I have quite a bit of comp time built up.
And I'm sure that you've earned it. But what happened to your request?
I don't understand. I phoned my secretary this morning.
Well, actually, you're supposed to check with me for any time off. 24 hours in advance?
But that rule doesn't apply to executive personnel.
It applies to everyone, Mrs. Davidson, including the director of nursing. Now, seeing as how you did not request it, we're not going to be able to give it to you this time. You'll be docked on your next paycheck.
It's the Fortuata. So long, Nancy. Look what we have here, Mother dear.
Oh, how wonderful. Well, I see that Nancy left some of the utensils intact.
Yes, indeed. Now, there was no cream, so I'm afraid this dry powdery stuff is what we have.
Well, now
Help yourself.
that's just fine, Miriam. We'll just have to rough it, won't we?
I guess so. Well.
Oh, that's tea at its best.
Oh, Mother.
Now, don't you laugh. I went backpacking in Ontario.
Oh, no, I don't believe you were backpacking.
Yes, I did, with a group of senior citizens.
Well, Mother.
We all went together in a bus, and then we got there. We hiked for 4 miles.
Somehow I have never, ever pictured you as the sportsman type.
Oh, I'm quite a woodsman.
Yes, I'm sure.
Well, no, I'm afraid my excursions are rather superficial. But, Miriam, you've actually changed so much. You are not the daughter I left behind.
Thank you. I told you it's simply because I found the Lord.
Yes, so you said. Oh, my. This house is just filled with a host of memories. Or should I say a ghost of memories?
Oh, Mother, I hope that won't be painful for you in staying here.
Oh, Miriam, I wouldn't want to stay here. I just came back to get that woman thrown out of the house.
Mother, no, I thought you were.
No, Miriam, I wouldn't want to stay here alone. I mean, you are over at the Redlands, your father's in the hospital. I'd be much more comfortable in my own hotel room.
But you are coming here to stay for good, though, aren't you?
No, Miriam, I can't. I thought you realized that long ago.
No, I just took for granted that when you came back, it was for good, that you came back to stay. Oh, you will consider that, please?
No, Miriam. My future's not here in Kingsley. It never was. And when I saw your father, I really realized that that was true. I've come back to arrange the divorce and some other matters. I feel strangely at home in Canada. And I want to go back.
Russ, as director of nursing, I have never had to ask permission for comp time. That's strictly my prerogative.
Prerogative? Sounds a little more like a presumption.
Look, if you want to talk about being presumptuous...
It's across the board, Terry. Even Lester will have to comply.
Well, I can't accept it, not for a minute. Lester doesn't even know about this, does he?
He left me in charge.
While he's on vacation. That doesn't give you authority to play Monopoly with the staff while he's gone.
My decisions will stand.
For 2 weeks at best.
I'm afraid they last a little longer than that.
Well, I'm not impressed.
Well, you would be if you just listened to me once in a while. You know, I can be fair, Terry. I can even be lenient. Heck, with a little cooperation, I could even be persuaded. Okay, I won't dock you for what happened this morning. But in the future, please, remember to speak to me personally for any time off, for any reason.
You call that fair?
Fair warning.
You have no right to intimidate me or anybody else at this hospital.
Crying out loud, I just said that I wouldn't dock you for it. Keep it up and I'll change my mind. That's all. Terry. Friends. Hello.
Hi, what you doing?
Well, believe it or not, I just had the unpleasant task of reprimanding an employee.
Oh. Well, I guess you could use a little recreation, couldn't you?
What did you have in mind?
It's a gorgeous, crisp autumn day.
Yes, go on.
Oh, well, we could play tennis.
Okay, that sounds good to me. Listen, I gotta check on a few things. Are you at the office?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll check with you later, okay?
Okay.
Bye.
Hi.
Oh, hi.
Did I get any messages?
No, not that I can think of.
Oh, right, here.
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah. There was practically a threat on your life.
You're kidding.
No. Gil, what in the world did you do to Vicki Lang?
Oh, no. What'd you do, call here?
No, but I happened to run into her when I went to the Office of Planning and Development today. That girl doesn't like you one bit.
Really? What'd she say?
Let's see. I don't like it when a guy does me dirty, so he better watch out.
She said that?
Yeah. Her words. Why are you laughing?
Well, I never expected Vicky to be the violent type.
Well, I didn't either. So what did you do to her?
Oh, I just stood her up one time, that's all. Like that.
That's all.
Yeah. I mean, she was under some impression I was leaving town or something. I don't know. Good old Peter Davidson said something. Oh, anyway. She got all bugged because I was supposed to go out with her one night, and I canceled it because I had a meeting with my lawyer. Before she left town, I had to see her. But I didn't tell her that my lawyer was a she. I just kind of sort of left that up to her imagination.
Yeah, Dina Greeley.
Right. Well, it was her last day in town, so...
Oh, I can see it coming.
Whoa, wait. No. It was strictly legit, okay? We had to straighten out some things, Marianne.
Yeah, I'm sure it was.
Marianne, it was.
Come on, Gil, what else? I know there's more.
Well, you know how I don't like to embarrass girls. Well, she thought she would keep our date anyway, and she showed up at the Castaway.
And saw Dina.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Hey, what was I supposed to do? The girl can't take a hint. It was unavoidable.
Gil, I hope you can avoid any repercussions from this, too.
Oh, come on.
Look, she sounds like she's still hurt.
She'll get over it, you know? Isn't time the great healer?
Well, what if she doesn't get over it?
Hey, mind your own business, okay?
Excuse me.
Here, let's just get back to work.
Yeah, well, at least Dad will know the business is still solvent.
Oh, you're real cute. You know, speaking of Dad,
Prescott Development. Hi. Oh, you can? Great. What time? I'll be looking for you.
Oh.
Bye-bye. All right.
Are you cutting out this afternoon?
Yeah, I sure am.
Was that Russ?
Yep, sure was.
Marianne, I thought you were going to mock up the interiors.
Gil, I only have the sketches done, and they're not due for 6 weeks, so what's the rush?
Oh, great. Now, if I would have said that, I'd be getting a lecture right now.
Well, that's because you deserve it.
Oh, wait a minute. You know, I don't know if you've noticed, but I've been putting a lot of time and effort in this business, Marianne.
Look, Gil, as soon as you can measure up halfway to Dad's performance, then I'll listen to you pat yourself on the back. Until then, let's do our best to keep the business solvent. Okay?
Yeah, I like those incandescent lights there.
Well, there'll be some fluorescent ones, too.
Well, where are they going to be?
Probably about right over here. Now, this is only preliminary.
That's a good idea. Right, very good.
As soon as I give them to the architect and he gets this drafted, we can start getting some cost estimates. Now,
right.
remember, Dad says we've got to stay on top of this one.
Oh, reminds me, Dad, yeah.
What?
Well, I got this in the mail today. It's a report on the mall he's working on.
Let me see.
Look at that figure. That is the estimated profit after they're finished.
Wow. Amazing? That is great.
Yeah.
You know, I bet Dad's really working hard down there.
Yeah, but hey, don't forget, we're doing our share here.
Yeah.
Doing good.
Stay home?
Not for long.
Oh, good.
How you doing?
Hey. Let me get my purse.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
So what's happening, huh, Gil?
Not much.
Well, I figure that's about par for you, I guess. Where's your racket, eh?
I left it in the locker. Can we stop by and get it?
Looks like we're gonna have to, I guess. Well, you take it easy, buddy.
Bye.
Yeah.